Very good morning to everyone present. The topic of my paper is mitomycin C versus 5-fluorouracil in the management of biopsy-proven ocular surface squamous neoplasia. I have no financial disclosure. OSSN is the most common malignancy of ocular surface. Mostly it's unilateral, but it can be bilateral in patients of xeroderma pigmentosa, HIV, and atopy. The risk factors strongly associated with OSSN are UV exposure, prior skin cancer, older age group, and the male gender. The gold standard for diagnosis is histopathological examination following the excisional biopsy. The topical medications for chemotherapy used are mitomycin C, 5-fluorouracil, and interferon 2 alpha beta. Mitomycin C is an antibiotic with anti-tumor activity isolated from Streptomyces species. It acts as an alkylating agent, thus inhibiting the DNA synthesis. 5-fluorouracil is a structural analog of thymine, and it inhibits the enzyme thymidylate synthase, thus inhibiting both DNA and RNA synthesis in the tumor cells. The objective of my study is to evaluate the efficacy of mitomycin C and 5-fluorouracil in the treatment of OSSN post-surgical among the patients who have been histopathologically proven. It was a double-blinded randomized study taken from the time period of January 2019 to March 2020. The patient received a complete information regarding the study protocol and prior written consent was taken. The inclusion criteria was histopathologically proven of OSSN, and the exclusion criteria was any previous treatment of OSSN post-biopsy. Each patient underwent full ophthalmological examination. The clinical and demographic data were collected, which included age, gender, eye involved, number of clock hours of limbal involvement, and tumor large basal diameter. Surgical removal of the conjunctival lesion was done by Shields no-touch technique. Tumor-free margin of 4 mm at least was excised, which was followed by double freeze-thaw cryotherapy of the conjunctival area. The excised biopsy was sent for histopathological examination, and then the patient was started on chemotherapy, starting within 1 week of excisional biopsy. Each patient was divided into two groups. The group A received mitomycin C 0.04%, 1 drop QDS for 1 week, followed by 1 week of drug holiday. And the group B received 5-fluorouracil 1%, 1 drop QDS for 1 week, followed by drug holiday of 3 weeks. Both the groups were given the drugs for 2 cycles. The patients in both the groups were followed up to 18 months in regular interval of 2 months. Any ocular toxicity or macro recurrences were evaluated and analyzed. The total number of patients in my study were 42 in number. The age and gender distribution is given as follows. The occupation was also collected, including the outdoor activities in hours per day. And the distribution of study arm among the patients during the study is in the following chart. Initially, in both the groups, 21 patients were assigned, but during the course of the study, 9 patients from group B had a drug changeover to group A due to intolerance to the side effects. 5 from group B and 3 from group A were lost during the follow-up. The distribution of clinical types in my patients were broadly nodular, leukoplakic, and nodulo-ulcerative. The histopathological grading of the patients of OSSN is as shown in the chart. The surface toxicity profile distribution of the patients in my study is given as follows. The symptoms by the patients in both the groups were pain, photophobia, epiphora, and itching. The signs examined under the slit lamp examination had corneal punctate keratopathy, hyperemia, and corneal neovascularization. In our study, the efficacy of topical chemotherapy in the form of mitomycin C and 5-fluorouracil were compared in the patients of histologically proven OSSN. The side effects in both the groups are similar, the most common being pain after instilling the eye drop. In a study, the patients receiving mitomycin C had signs of corneal epitheliopathy in 8 of them, hyperemia in 3, and corneal neovascularization in 1 of them, observed during the follow-up period. In a similar study conducted by Russell et al., where 58 patients were taken into study and followed up to 36 months, 21 of them received mitomycin C as primary therapy and 37 as surgical adjuvant. Long-term complications such as persisting keratoconjunctivitis, epiphora, and corneal problems occurred in 31%. In our study, the recurrence rate of the patients in follow-up period of 18 months in the patients receiving mitomycin C was 7%, and in patients receiving 5-fluorouracil was 14%. In a similar study conducted by Bahrami et al. Have found only one recurrence in 153 eyes after a minimum of follow-up of 12 months. Conclusion, the effectiveness of mitomycin C 0.04% and 5-fluorouracil as a topical chemotherapy in patients of ocular surface neoplasia, which are histologically proven, are quite comparable. Although both the drugs have side effects, there's lesser recurrence and better tolerance with mitomycin C. Hence, mitomycin C is more effective. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shubhra, for completing your talk on time. What is the drug of choice in OSSN?
So, drug of choice, so mitomycin C, so there's a mitomycin C and 5-fluorouracil, both are being
What
used.
about interferon?
Interferon 2 alpha. Yes, sir, but it's in India, it's not cost effective, so it's not used in daily practice, sir.
So it is easily available and it is not very costly drug. It is just hardly 500 or so rupees or 1,000 rupees a month treatment. Why I'm asking this is, did you take the consent from the patients? Yes, we have these modalities available and we will be giving you mitomycin or 5-FU instead of interferon. Very simple question I'm asking.
So it was
Did you give a choice to the patients to opt for these?
So it was a double-blinded study. So the patients.
That's fine. That is absolutely fine. But I'm asking, did you give the patients choice?
Yes, all the treatment modalities had been explained that
Yes.
Drug can be given post-surgery or pre-surgery as for chemo reduction or after post-surgery. So explaining all the treatment modalities, then we have said that, okay, we are like going forward with this.
And they rejected interferon because of the cost factor.
So it was no, sir, actually.
Dr. Rijvi, would you like to ask?
Yeah. Nice presentation, Dr. Shubhra. Yes, I want to have one query. I mean, is there any indication of these drugs post-operatively? I mean, what is the definite indication of starting these drugs after the surgery? If you have done a excision biopsy by a no-touch technique,
So,
then what are the indications? I mean,
so the first is that due to higher recurrence of OSSL, sir, the recurrence rate is high, sir. So that's why post-operative it is being used. And for any microseeding that might have happened, apart from being that tumor-free margin of 4 millimeter is being excised, still to rule out any seeding and to prevent any further recurrence, post-operative chemotherapy drugs are given, sir.
see, the normal indications are on the basis of histopathology. If the margins are tumor-free, after you take a 4 mm of conjunctival margins and margins are tumor-free, you don't require these drugs. As well as if there's a recurrence, then we start these medicines, or if the tumor margins are positive. If the tumor margins are negative, I don't think there's an indication.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Shukla.
So.
Thank